Hi, everybody. Well, it's that time again. Time to talk about the end of the year and what my channel may hold in store for the new year of 2026. Now, this could be the last video of the year. I may not make any other ones on this channel, but you never know if there's going to be surprise news or events or something cropping up or an idea, some reason that I may want to make more videos. But I try to make videos like this at the end of every year, looking forward to the new year and what's going to happen for the channel, if there are any changes and any new developments. But sometimes I say things are going to happen, and they do. And sometimes I say things will transpire, and they do not. So don't hold me 100%, but I'm going to try for some new things here. Let me talk about it. Now, first of all, in 2026, May 23rd, will be 14 years that I've been on YouTube. I'll be celebrating my 14th YouTube anniversary then. And I always want to remind you to please go to my main page and check out under where it says playlists. Because if you check out playlists, you get to see all kinds of video topics. And if you want, you can binge certain subjects if you like. I don't think people utilize the playlists enough. So that's always a tip that I like to encourage you to do. First thing I want to say is I have something new that I'm going to try at some point in 2026. It's going to be a special show, probably a live stream where you can join in, about collecting, maybe called Collector's Craze or something to that effect. It's going to be myself and other people, and anybody can pretty much join if you're a collector. We can discuss what it's like to collect, what things we're starting to collect, what things we're giving up maybe collecting, or any kind of phase we're going through, whether it's more collecting or, in my case, backing off a lot of the collecting for things. Or it'll be a little bit of show and tell. You can show what you have, new things you've gotten, although it's not necessarily going to be just about look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that. That'll be some of it. But anyway, I'm going to invite certain people to come up. Almost anybody can come up and talk about collecting. And we'll see how that goes. So that's a new feature that I've been meaning to do. As I thought of this late this year, and I thought we'll kick it off in 2026. So there's that. Now, another thing that I'm going to try to increase is something that I always say I'm going to try to get back to, and that's continuing with solo Beatles album reviews. I recently reviewed John Lennon and Yoko Ono, Double Fantasy Stripped Down. I did a little bit this year talking about the best of George Harrison album. There's certain solo albums I did talk about this year, but I'm trying to make it a little more regular. I've promised to do that for the longest times, and I haven't. But that's one that I'm going to try to improve upon in 2026 again. Then we go to another topic that I said I was going to keep going with, and I kind of feel I'm going to try, but I don't know. It's called First Time Spins, First Time Music Spins, First Time Music Listens. Stuff other than just Beatles stuff that I'm listening to for my first time, and let you know what I think about these things. Now, I don't know how many videos I have, but I've been doing this for almost 14 years, and I think maybe I've got 18, under 20 of these first time spins. That shows you how infrequently I've done them. But I would like to try to increase. I'd like to try to do that. What it would be is every video would have me having listened to at least 3 albums for the first time, maybe 4, around there. I don't think it's going to be much more than that for every video, but the idea is to do it on a more frequent basis and make it a regular feature. So I'm hoping to boost up the first time spins again. All right, so that's new stuff. But now I want to talk about some changes to things you already know and are familiar with, some of you who've been here for long enough. A lot of people love the Record Store Reality videos where I hang out with my friends at the record store that I go to. The Record Store Reality videos have been tapering off. I haven't been making them as often. And even when they're there, they don't have a lot of fun stuff going on there like they used to. They used to be a lot crazier, a lot wilder. And there's reasons for this, okay? First reason is because I don't visit the record store as often as I did. There was a time where I used to go to my record store almost every day. And now I can go 2 weeks or so without even going in at all. And when I go in, there's not always something occurring that's interesting to record. And the second thing that happened is Bazooka Joe, the owner of the store, he's not in there anymore that often. I mean, he's in the morning, but he doesn't really want to appear on camera. He's going through cancer recovery, and he's doing well, but he's just not in like he used to. And a lot of the videos used to have him running the show and getting into scraps with Don at the store, things like that. So he's not in. Mostly Joe's son and daughter kind of mainly run and organize the store now. So there's not so much of that going on. It's not so much of a carnival-like atmosphere anymore. It used to be more of a carnival atmosphere, okay? It used to be a lot more wild and all over the place. It's more organized now, more straightforward, so there's not much going on like that. Then I mentioned Don, the homeless guy that is a fan favorite. And Don has slowed down. He just turned 73, and he's not doing as well as he used to. And he's not allowed in the store much anymore either. He's not allowed to hang out in there like he used to be. He comes in once in a while, can't stay long. And he's just generally, if you watch my older videos with Don, he's just not as lively as he was, And while he has fun and appreciates getting a chance to be on the camera, and while he always appreciates anybody's donations, if you want to donate to Don, please send it to the store address, which you can find down in my description box, I believe, or not description box, but my channel page information. And you can make it, care of the store for Don. And it's just that he's not in that much, so Don's not there. And just overall, not much fun stuff. Just a lot of browsing record bins and looking at collections that come in, which is fine, but that's not kind of the party atmosphere we used to have and the crazy vibe to it. But I'm not saying here that I'm not going to do any more videos ever. I'm not going to just say they're done, they're finished, kaput. What I'm going to say is there'll be new videos, Record Store Reality for the store, when and if I get footage that's worth it. I mean, I have maybe 1 or 2 clips right now that have been hanging around for a month or a month and a half, 2 months, with not really anything else to go with it, So I'll give it to you when I get it, if I get it. So there's definitely going to be taking a hit on that particular series. Now, you know that I always do vinyl and CD finds of all kinds. That's also been less frequent for anybody who's here on a regular basis. I do not get as many records. In fact, I'm trying to get rid of a lot of records. I still collect them to a point. I just recently got this really cool Sonny and Cher 45 that I was attracted to because it was Caesar and Cleo, the billing that was done here in an early Sonny and Cher 45. So if I see something interesting, I'll get it and share it with you. But for the most part, I'm just not getting as many CDs and vinyl. I have most of what I want. And the vinyl is really taking a back seat to the CDs. But again, if I have anything, even if it's less frequent, I'll be happy to share it. Now we have the rant videos. I want to make this clear. A lot of people here like the rant videos when I criticize something in the crazy world today, or when I go off about something that is irritating. All right. The videos about rants that are already here, they exist. You could see by the playlist I spoke about earlier. Look at the playlist, and the rant videos will remain here. But I've transported a handful of them over to my other channel, which is called Mayo Loves Mondays. And I want to make it clear that any new rant videos that I have will be over there. Most of the time when I decide to do a rant video on the world and the state we're in and something that pissed me off, and you want to have a laugh because you can commiserate, you can identify, you can laugh along with it and feel it, you got to be over at that channel, which I'll talk about later. Mayo Loves Mondays, because that's where the new rant videos are. Of course, they're also subject specific. In other words, if I'm ranting because I can't find a certain new album, or if I got I don't know, ripped off because I went to buy some music and it didn't include all the songs or something like that, those kind of rant topics will stay right here at me and Mr. Mayo because they fit the channel narrative. But most of the rants about life in general are over at Mayo Loves Mondays. All right. Now, I'm still going to be doing the live series that I do, Catch Up with Mayo, where I'm on there. I love being in touch with you out there. I love communicating and being real by being able to stay in contact with everybody and welcoming your comments live. And right now, as of this video, I do it on Saturdays. So I'll still be doing it Saturdays. If it changes, it'll change. What are you going to do? But right now, it's usually Saturday I do that live feature, Catch Up with Mayo. Now I want to talk about my other channels. First of all, I mentioned Mayo Loves Mondays, which is a channel I just started in the summer. It basically has subjects like the rant videos, ranting about things, but it also is about life. It's about lifestyle, living, coping, dealing with this crazy planet we all live on. And me, I'm retired. So if you happen to be retired, maybe you want to share some retirement thoughts. Sometimes I make videos about retirement. I talk about coping with the world. I talk about health and wellness. I'm trying to get better at that. You know, it's up and down for me all the time. Right now, it's kind of down, but it's a new year. I'm going to try to do it up again. And I'm going to have health, wellness, diet, things like that, you know, to deal with lifestyle is over there too. And also, my friend Danny and I do the Joe and Danny Show live. And we try to do that once a week, usually Fridays at the moment. So Danny's over there live. That's over at my other channel, Mayo Loves Mondays. And my third channel is called Mr. Cinemayo. It's the word cinema, but stretched into the Mayo, Cinemayo. It's Mr. Cinemayo. And I do movie chats on Mondays. I have my friends Tim Allen and Tom Hunyadi. We do some movie discussions live. We do that right now. It's Mondays. So if you like movies and television, anything to do with nostalgia, collecting, pop stuff, you know, pop culture, memorabilia, things like that, comic books, autographs, anything like that type of thing, not relating to music, which is here. This is a music, mainly music here on this channel. Please subscribe there. So basically, you're looking at a trifecta. There's a trifecta to Mr. Mayo. You have to have 3 channels, and you never know what's going to go where or when. So please join all 3. You have this one, Mean Mr. Mayo. The second one, Mayo Loves Mondays. And the third one, Mr. Cinemayo. Trifecta. So you have to get all 3. Own all 3. Subscribe to all 3. All right? And of course, there's always my friend Anthony. Anthony and I haven't made as many videos as we used to. People like Anthony. He's a fan favorite. I'm going to try to do more Anthony videos too. He's retired now. So it's funny because most of the other videos, either we were both working or I was retired, but he was still working. Now we're both retired. There's not much excuse anymore, but we'll see what we can do in getting you some material for those out and about Anthony videos. And of course, as always, I'm always considering, as I've threatened many times, to maybe put more content from those other channels over here and just put it all together on one. I won't get ahead of myself. No matter how much I try that, I always seem to prefer breaking it up to individual channels with different topics. But you never know what the future will bring. I'm thinking about maybe, and this is just a maybe, I haven't decided yet, having a feature here where on this channel, Me and Mr. Mayo, will be a movie thing where I just simply call it Movies I've Watched Lately. And I just quickly go through a list of movies and what I thought of them that I watched recently, say this past month or so. And I use that to get different content here, different subjects, make it a little more variety here. But also as a plug, if you like this, check out Mr. Cinemayo where I do more movies in full. So I may do that here, may not. Well, that's it. And as I say, this should be it for 2026. Any new topics, any news, any emergency things, anything else, I'll make another video for the year. But if you don't hear from me again, please, everybody, have a very happy and wonderful 2026. Thank you. I appreciate everybody's support. You mean everything. Thank you.